Hey everyone! Alright, so here today we have one goal, and we are going to try to take on the first quest. Alright, so first things first, we're going to set up my Rattata so it can evolve into Raticate before we start any of our quests. We're going to do that by clicking on Rattata. And we're going to edit figures. We're going to click on the dot below Rattata and select the Raticate. And we should be good there. I click on Rattata again. Yep, Rattata's set. This is good. Okay, so our team for today is going to be Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Rattata, or Rattata can evolve into Raticate, and Riolu, and then Pikachu. Everything we got through the tutorial except Riolu we got from the time booster in the tutorial. So, we're going to see if this team is enough to take on the first quest. So we go into quests here by hitting the little boxes in the quest. Luca. Well, Ace, here's where the opening ceremony is going to be held. Looks like it's already started. Oh yeah, you've never had an AI before, have you? He's right, we haven't. In the tournament, we duel alongside AIs, which are built into our devices. Your AI can provide support during a duel by moving your figures for you. Huh? You haven't activated your device yet? Let me take a look at it. How weird. It doesn't seem to be working. Here, you try. Okay guys, I hope my device isn't broken. This AI seems important. It's a cool device though, look at it. Tap. Ooh. Do you guys think it's gonna take us to Narnia? I do, that would be fun. Carlo. Ta-da! It's like Siri, but for our device. To what? You scared me. To what? Definitely to what. That's what I would say. To what? Carlo. Apologies for startling you. My name is Carlo, your faithful AI assistant. He works for me, not Luca. I'll be providing you with all the support you need from here on. Would you like me to demonstrate my usefulness in a duel? I sure would. That would be great. Whoa, it talks! I've never seen one like that before. We got a special AI, you guys. Oh, it's time for the opening ceremony. Let's get moving. Alright guys, here we go. Ooh, it says Ulex. So we click next. And, oh, here we go. Navigation. Clear the quests on each floor and work your way to the top of the hotel. Okay, so it looks like we're going to battle and break through. Play. Oh, let's try this quest first. To take on a quest, you need energy. This recovers automatically over time. Here, you can check the state of your opponent's deck. You can also select which of your own decks to use in a duel. Okay, so this introduces strategy. Press play once you're ready. So this kind of introduces strategy. We see their team, and if we had more than one deck made, then we could choose a team that's made best to handle the opponent's deck. But since we only have this deck made, and our deck's pretty awesome, I mean, look at it, we're just going to play here. It looks like they have 3 Tyrogues and 3 Bidoofs. And we're playing against the Concierge. That's a fun word to say. Concierge. Rose. Behold, my dear participants. The hotels shall provide the stage for the PFG World Championships. Each hotel's owner lies in wait on the top floor of their hotel. They hold with them an emblem representing that hotel. The first player to collect all 9 emblems and ascend Duel Tower and defeat its owner, yours truly, shall be crowned champion. So that's cool. These emblems from the hotels are kind of like gym badges. And we're going to need to collect them to get into the Duel Tower, which is kind of like the Elite Four, I guess, and then Rose would be the champion. Carlo. Master Rose is famous for owning Duel Tower. Not for long, we're going to own it, right guys? Luca. Master Rose, the undefeated reigning champion. He hasn't fought us yet. Rose. Today marks the start of the preliminary phase. Only those who collect at least 5 emblems may remain in the tournament. Your first battleground is Hotel Ulex. Okay, so that's what the Ulex was earlier. Its owner, Mr. Yuji, awaits all challengers who make it to the top. This is not a team game, dear contestants. Everyone around you is now your rival. Except for everyone watching, you're my best friends. You guys and Luca. Together, we're gonna take on everyone. So, are you prepared? I'm prepared. Are you prepared, Rose? On your marks, get set, go! And the crowd goes wild. Luca, ready to get started? I sure am. Make sure you get past the preliminaries, okay? I'm going on ahead. Catch you at the top. He's such a good rival / best friend. He's a go-getter, taking on the world. Okay, here we go against the concierge. And we're going first. Okay, so here's his Tyros and his Bidoofs. Okay, so let's start... You know what? Why not? Let's start with Ryolu. Let's throw him out to this corner. So remember, all of our figures have one less move on the first turn. So let's start with a character with 3 that could go on and attack the Bidoof. Let's go Charmander. Uh-oh. Okay guys, that Bidoof is a bit stronger than we might have thought. Let's get a second Pokemon on the field. I like the idea of trying to control the board right now. So let's throw another 3-move Pokemon out. I think that'll be good here. Let's go Squirtle and throw him more central this time because we're not trying to attack anyone on the end. Okay, so Bidoof here has taken standing on the goal. So let's try to knock him off the goal with Squirtle because Squirtle can reach him. Okay, we only have a 30, so we have to hope he doesn't get his 50 again. And we use Withdraw. Okay, so Withdraw is kind of like a Protect. We can't lose. But it looks like there's a weight on us. I'm not quite sure how that works. Withdraw again. Okay, so we're not losing. You know what this allows us to do? We can try to surround the Bidoof. Okay, so let's move. Let's throw on a 3rd Pokemon to the board, and let's use Bulbasaur because he has the 3 moves. And let's push him down the side, and we're going to take him by the side. Okay, so here, if we get Withdraw the 30... Oh, but as long as he gets the 50, then that's not good. So Squirtle's out, and he's in our Pokemon Center again. Okay, Bulbasaur can stand on one of his corners, so that blocks one place he can put out his Pokemon. If he attacks and loses, we win. Okay, so if he gets the 20 or misses, we're good. But I missed altogether, and... Okay, well, that was a little bit of a setback. That is kind of disheartening. But it's okay. Let's go with... Charmander has the wait 1 turn because he was in the Pokemon Center, so we can't go with Charmander. So Pikachu only has 2 moves, but let's put Pikachu up the side. So that way if he brings a Pokemon right there, in that corner, then we could take it on, but he didn't. Ryolu has 3 moves though, and he can take on the Bidoof. So let's try attacking the Bidoof here. And we got 30, and it got 50. Wow, that Bidoof is putting in work. Okay, so we need to start being concerned about our goal with Bidoof getting so close. He can only move 2, which means he's not an immediate threat. But he's a threat nonetheless, that's for sure. So, do we think it's time to take it out yet? Or do we think that it's good to send Charmander or Squirtle up the board? I just don't think Rattata has what it takes to take on the Bidoof. So let's send Charmander right up the middle and see what he does to react to that. Okay, he's now in range, which is very dangerous for us. I think we need to throw Squirtle down and have him... If we attack and we lose here, then we lose the game. So we're not going to attack this round. We're just going to end the turn with him blocking off Bidoof's path. Okay, So he can't really do anything effective from there. He can't take my board. So let's make him play on the defensive. Let's have Charmander here go right next to the... Ooh, let's not have him go right next to the goal. Let's have him cover one of the spots. And if Charmander doesn't lose here, then we win this duel. He gets 50 every time. That's so frustrating. Okay, so Charmander's back in the Pokemon Center. He's not gonna like me too much. I've put him through quite the ordeal this battle. Okay, let's throw some hopes out on Rattata. No, let's have Pikachu advance. We're gonna keep Squirtle back as kind of like puppy guarding our goal here, because I really don't like the idea of just leaving it open and counting on being able to put a Pokemon there. Okay, here, we'll put Pikachu within moves away. Bidoof can't stop that. We win. He just wasn't ready for it. There we go! Okay, so that one Bidoof took out 4 or 5 of my Pokemon. But in the end, since it only had 2 moves, it couldn't keep me from getting to the goal because I couldn't block it from all sides. Okay, so here we have our team. We got 2 experience for that battle. I think we earned a lot more than 2 experience, you guys. We got 2 experience and 40 gold for that battle. Okay, guys, let's see what we get. Spin. 250 coins for landing on red. Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and start the next challenge here. Use what you've learned. Play. Navigation. Deck check allows you to compare your deck with your opponent's in exchange for coins. Why not give it a try? The first one's on me. I like free things. Let's go ahead and try it because it's free. So right now we see he has 2 Raticates, 2, are those Fletchlings? I'm not sure, and 2 Bidoofs. Okay, he's getting the heartbeat of our decks. And it said 3 stars. Over 1,000 points means your deck is good. Okay, that's over 1,000 points. So our deck is good. I'm glad it agrees. I think our deck's pretty good. What do you guys think? So let's play. Alright, let's go. Concierge is going first this time. Okay, so let's see what he does first. So he puts Raticate, but he leaves it on the corner. So, you know what, his Raticate only has 2 moves. So far I've liked the strategy of just kind of going in. Let's throw a guy right up the middle. Let's put in Riolu here. Okay, so his Raticate can currently... You know what, if this is like chess, let's put him in check right now. So he has to attack me, and if he doesn't knock me out here, we win the game, just right here. 40 versus... Oh, man! Bidoof got 50 again! We almost had him right there, and we're gonna have him on turn 3. Okay, let's, we kind of have to play a bit more defensively now, don't we? He has 2 Pokemon, and we don't have any. Do we want to take the risk on Raticate? You know what? Let's put Rattata against the Raticate, and let's just kind of block him off for right now. We're not going to attack or anything. We're just going to block him off. You know what? Pikachu. Let's leave Pikachu right here, and we're not going to attack yet because we don't want him to advance. So we're just going to end our turn without attacking. Okay, so our Pikachu has the Thunder for 100 if we get lucky. Okay, Bidoof finally gets 20. It's about time, and our Quick Attack is 50. So that Pikachu is the rare we got. So that's going to do pretty well for us, I think. It only has 2 moves, so it's not going to advance the quickest up the side, but that's alright right now, because he seems to be doing pretty well. So let's go ahead and throw Squirtle. Let's throw Squirtle down the middle. And then eventually our goal will be to put it to the left of the goal. Ooh, he's going to attack. Oh, he didn't attack. He's kind of holding out like I did. So you know what? Let's take advantage of this, and let's just get as many Pokemon on the board as we can. So let's put Bulbasaur right up the side. Okay, so he moved his Raticate. it allows Rattata to move more, but what it does is it makes it so he can reach my Bulbasaur to the left of the goal. Okay, so is he gonna attack here? He is. So if he loses, then we win right here. Okay, so Sleep Powder versus Hyper Fang. So it puts it to sleep, but it doesn't move it off the board. Oh, guidance. This Pokemon is asleep. In this condition, it cannot move until it is tagged by an ally Pokemon or battled by an opponent Pokemon. Okay, but he stays on the board. So what that does is it's still protecting his side for him, because I can't get to the goal from the left now. So that's really interesting, but tagged. So maybe he just has to move his Pokemon next to it and that counts as tagging it? I'm not sure. But my Squirtle's pretty much blocked off. My Rattata can't really do anything because it's blocked off from the goal if we send it closer, and surrounding the Raticate means landing on the goal anyway. So surrounding it's not the best answer here. So let's go ahead and just advance Pikachu. I think that's probably our safest bet right now. And he can put a Pokemon right there. Okay, so he tagged the Raticate, and that counts as his turn though. So now we can move. Let's go ahead, Squirtle or Pikachu. Which do we think is better to move here? You know what, Pikachu I feel is less likely to lose because he's just got those super strong attacks. Okay, so he's moved his Raticate onto the goal. So we can try to surround the Raticate. That's one possibility. You know, it's a really good move. If we think Bulbasaur can take on this Fletchling here, it's a really good move to get rid of this Fletchling. Okay, so Sleep Powder. But he can't tag this Fletchling this turn. So now Raticate has the option to try to take out the Bulbasaur, but if he loses, then I win this turn. And if he gets Sleep Powdered, then we can surround him with Pikachu, and I think we win. Okay, since Sleep Powder was activated, and that was his attack, it's my turn. So we do that. Okay, so he can't put any Pokemon there. And let's capture the goal of Pikachu, because Pikachu was our MVP for this game, for sure. And there we are. Very cool. Well, we almost won turn 3, and it took quite a few more turns than that, but still, I think that was a good victory. We learned a lot. We learned that Sleep Powder makes it so the Pokemon it stays on the board, but it can't move. And then them having to tag it to wake it up makes them have a slow turn, which allows us to advance the board quite well. So Bulbasaur, it's risky because it has that big miss chance, but Sleep Powder is just so effective because even when Raticate got 70 that one time, the Sleep Powder took priority, so we still didn't lose to a 70 attack. Okay, so let's spin again and see if we get blue or red. Okay, we got red again, so another 250 coins. We are really, like, rich in coins. We're all gonna be rich. In case you guys didn't get that, that's a reference from Hearthstone. That's what Reno Jackson says when you play him. Okay, so Meryl rolls out. Okay, so I bet there's gonna be a Meryl on this team with an attack called Rollout. There are 2 Meryls on this team, 2 Tyrogues, and 2 Raticates. Do we want to do a deck check? No, I have faith. This deck's pretty good. Let's just play it. Head Concierge. Okay, he's going first. Let's see what we can do. Okay, let's start and see what his move is. Alright, so he puts a Meryl right on the corner. The Meryl has 2 move. Okay, so for right now, since that Meryl can't do anything, let's go ahead and go on the offensive. Let's select Charmander here, and let's send him right down the middle. Okay, so he's moving his Tyrogue. Is he gonna attack just right off the bat? Okay, so Smoke Screen. Is that the same thing as being asleep? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a wait 1 turn. It has the hand over him. So what do we want to do? Let's go ahead and send a 3 move. Let's send it down the middle on the other side. So here. Okay. So Smokescreen, it really doesn't slow them down. It just makes it so their attacks are kind of negated or they don't work. So do we want to go for that Tyrogue again? So Squirtle has the least chance of missing, I think, because it has the least chance of just missing and losing because of withdraw. but Charmander I think could actually knock out the Tyro, but if it doesn't get Smokescreen. Their goal is blocked off right now, and they have 2 Pokemon, and I have 2 Pokemon. So you know what, maybe it's best here to go ahead and send another 3-mover right up the side. So let's put Riolu in there and send him up. He puts Tyrogue straight on his goal. And you know what? This turn, since Meryl only has 2 move, if we knock out Tyrogue with Charmander, we win next turn. So let's go ahead and attack, and let's just take our chances. We have a 40 attack here. That's good. We got 40. He got 30. Okay, so we win next turn. That was super fast. Oh, unless his Meryl knocks out Charmander. I didn't even think about that. Okay, so if we get Smokescreen... Oh, okay, and he missed altogether. So... Oh, you know what? If he missed and we don't get a damage attack, it doesn't knock him out. But it doesn't even matter here because Smokescreen means we don't lose. And that's what's important because now nothing can stop Charmander from taking the goal. Alright, there are fireworks. That's a well-deserved win. I think that was pretty fast. That was good. We had a plan. We sent in our Pokemon. We made sure we had enough on the board. And man, those purple effects are really good. Both Smokescreen and Sleep Powder just really make it so it's hard. You know, we don't win. We don't knock them off the board and send them to the Poke Center. But it makes it so we have the ability to not lose and advance our board position without them getting to do anything productive with their turn. And it definitely doesn't put us behind. So let's spin the wheel again here. Okay, very cool. So we got another red, got another 250 coins. It's not too bad, not too shabby. Okay, so we beat the first concierge, or the first head concierge. It looks like we can still battle them all again and try to roll the blue side on each, because we got the red all 3 times, and we can see what that prize is. And it looks like there's 4 levels, because we see here on the bottom left my guy moving up when I move to the next bit. So we beat 3 here, we made it kind of through that floor, so I think that's a good stopping point for today. I think that we learned a lot. We learned that the purple moves are really good. So Bulbasaur here, the Sleep Powder is what we spun several times. And it looks like that has a 24% chance to hit. The miss, see, Bulbasaur does have that big miss chance, which is kind of its drawback. 36% chance to miss, so over 1/3 of the time it should miss. So that's really dangerous because if he misses and they get a damage attack, then Bulbasaur's out. Vine Whip is a 30 power and it has a 16% chance. Vine Whip is its highest damaging attack and 30 is just not too high. But it's not bad. We've seen worse. The Bidoof had a 20 attack even though it always seemed to roll the 50. And Poison Powder, we don't know what Poison does in this game yet. Then Charmander, we saw the smoke screen and it has to wait. Okay, so it does just have to wait 1 turn. Flame Tail is 40, which seems to be a pretty solid number here. 40 damage is good. Scratch is 10. But miss is only 12 with Charmander. So 12%, that's about 1/8 of the time he's gonna miss. That's not too bad. Then Squirtle has a 12% miss, also not a high chance. Bubbles 30 attack, which isn't bad for 44%. So if it hits their weak attack or they miss, Bubbles usually gonna win. And then Withdraw is where Squirtle has this interesting feature where this Pokemon gains weight and it doesn't lose the battle. So that's really important. Now it's interesting here that the size of these doesn't add up to 100, but I'm sure it's proportional, so it's fine. And then let's look at Riolu here. It's our last 3-move Pokemon, and it dodges for 12% of the time. Is it 12%? Maybe it's not percentages. Okay, so these aren't percentages. Okay, so Shockwave. The battle opponent and all Pokemon directly behind it gain weight. Huh, so if they're lined up, Shockwave could be really effective, because that's what he gets most of the time. That's a 40 damage move. Knee Strike is 30 damage, and then Miss is 12, which isn't big, like we've talked about. Okay, then Pikachu, which was definitely the MVP of the second battle here. So Quick Attack is 50, Thunder is 100, Thunder Wave, they become paralyzed, and that's probably a lot like Sleep Powder, I would imagine. And then Thunder Shock is 30, which, like we talked about, 30 is not bad at all, and then Miss, that's a super tiny chance to miss. but it's super tiny, and its other attacks are so good. So, I mean, that really shows how big of a difference it is to have a rare on your team, because everything else is uncommon, or even Rattata is common here. So let's look at Rattata. He has a 4 miss, which isn't much. His tackle's 10, and that's almost all the time he's going to get tackle. That's a huge percentage of the time. And then quick attack does 40 damage, which definitely isn't bad. 40 is not bad at all, and it's not terribly small. But we got to remember, when we evolve into Raticate, we have these better moves. See, when he evolves, our Hyper Fang is 80 because it gets the plus 10 power, so it's not 70 like our opponents, and then tackle is 20, which is a better, a better bad attack than the 10 attack that the other Raticates had, and then it has a small chance to miss. But we never even ended up evolving our Raticate, and I think we used Rattata one time, but we never ended up evolving into Raticate. But we have the option, and it's good to have options in this game, because clearly things can go very differently depending on the match. It can take forever, or we can win very quickly. So that's all for today, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun. And you know what? I'd like to hear from you. Maybe you like one of the starters, or maybe you opened a Pokemon in a time booster that you really like that's not my Riolu. Maybe you opened a Riolu. But if you could, in the comments, if you've played this game, go ahead and let me know what your favorite Pokemon is to use yet. Maybe you have one way stronger than any of the ones I've gotten. So that'd be cool, and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much, and of course, if you haven't subscribed already, please do that. Go ahead and give a thumbs up on the video. And I hope to see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.